Bum, 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 bum. Christmas tree. So, I've been watching lots of videos, like Playtime Lord videos. So, I honestly think that I forgot what I was going to say. But anyways, what I do to the But anyways, so I honestly think in the hour of joy, I honestly don't know. Hey, on. There was something. So, in the hour of, well, during the finale, the finale of Chapter 3, Poppy gives us actual answers playing a tape. She explains that the Hour of Joy was a factory-wide massacre and other stuff. Let me just do something. Alright, so this is what happens during the Hour of Joy. Oh my god. Um, I am trying to do something. Honestly. Right, fine. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. What the? Um, what the Sigma? So then I just have to do this. Blah 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 blah.
At the end of chapter 3, Poppy actually gives us the answer. Playing a tape, he explains that the Hour of Joy was an office-wide massacre orchestrated by our good friend, the Prototype. On the 8th of August, 1995, all the toys in the factory rose up and overthrew their human owners, mercilessly killing them.
Yeah. So then there's also like other stuff. And then this is how they turned into toys. Let me just get my phone.
As they played the games, scientists would monitor their progress from nearby observation rooms, write down how they did, then send the assessments to Stella Graber. If they did well, the orphan would be sent back to playcare, where scientists would use poppy gas to turn them into their assigned toy. Mientras jugaban.
Anyways, I don't know what that was. Alaka-blam, 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 blam. Done. What is going on with my phone? Bam. Done, 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 done. Oh my god, alright, anyways. This is a lot.
After Elliot Ludwig divorced his wife Molly in 1930, he founded the Playtime Company with the intent to entertain children across the globe. Becoming the most famous and well-known toy manufacturing company of its time. 1950s. In 1950, Puppy Playtime was created with the intent of behaving and interacting in the way that humans do, such as talking and conversing, and she was introduced inside the vintage Poppy commercial. The VHS tape simply introduces her as a toy with the ability to converse with a child. A revolutionary technology of her era. As such, Poppy gained mass attention and became popular. Thomas Clark, a pediatrician who would work at Playcare, was hired in 1955. He would later become Experiment 1199 after being diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. 1960s. The Make-A-Friend machine was built in 1960 by Elliot Ludwig himself. In 1961, Bron was first created just 11 years after Poppy Playtime. Bron was likely one of the experiments by Playtime Company to create giant toy workers. However, in 1966, Boxy Boo was created 5 years after Bron was created. While he was somewhat successful, he wasn't as popular as the other toys, not appearing in the company's main lineup of mascot toys in the 90s. However, Playtime Company found a new purpose for Boxy Boo in its various experiments. Boxy Boo's box could be seen in the tape introducing the Bigger Bodies initiative. A group of experiments with the goal of turning orphans into giant toys to avoid lawsuits and have more efficient work done.
Yeah, wow. Um, alright, oh my god, this one's long. Okay. Oh, look at me, I can copy and paste and, Google Translate.
1970s. In 1976, Elliot Ludwig found and created Playcare. The on-site orphanage used to house the orphans that came inside the factory. In 1979, Candy Cat was most likely created with the intention of being a unique individual to keep up with the new decade, as seen on her digital collectible profile. 1980s. By the late 1980s, Swap Immels was created as a popular series of toys, starting with Cat B before PJ Pug A Pillar. In 1983, Kick Me Paul was rejected for being a laughingstock. It was later revamped and renamed to Push Me Paul, but this revised version was
I do not know what happened. Hold up, wait a minute. Alright, there. Okay.
In 1983, Kick Me Paul was rejected for being a laughingstock. It was later revamped and renamed to Push Me Paul, but this revised version was also rejected. A worker suggested changing the name Paul to another, possibly adding a Y to the end of it. It was later revealed via sticky notes that any concepts or creations related to Kick Me Paul will be scrapped and destroyed. However, in 1984, Huggy Wuggy was made, in which he became a roaring success and became one of the many signature toys in Playtime Company. A feminine counterpart was created a year after Huggy's creation in 1985, known as Kissy Missy. Harley Sawyer, aka the Doctor, approached Playtime Co. as executives in 1989 with a solution for the company's ongoing problems. Incidents of lower-level employees witnessing confidential experiments and decreasing profits, and publicity incidents such as the catnap recall were causing Playtime Company to crumble. Harley proposed the development of giant toys to increase the workforce and cut costs as a potential solution. After the Bigger Bodies initiative was accepted, Playtime Company built the game station to test their orphans, as their minds could be easily molded into subservient workers. An orphan would have a toy assigned to them and have to complete 3 minigames, which would test the child's brain speed and efficiency, reaction time, and physical endurance and strength. As they played the games, scientists would monitor their progress from nearby observation rooms, write down how they did, then send the assessments to Stella Graber. If they did well, the orphan would be sent back to Playcare, where scientists would use poppy gas to turn them into their assigned toy. 1990s. Around the 1990s, an orange robot toy was ultimately scrapped when the company decided to go with Mommy Long Legs instead, but the manager wrote that they actually liked the orange robot toy personally. On August 1990, Experiment 1166, Yarnaby, was created using its selected subject, Quinn Navidson, after further testing by Dr. Harley Sawyer. On November 20, 1990. The procedure of Experiment 1188 had begun on Theodore Grambel, taking them around 4 hours longer than they had hoped. 2 months later, in January 1991, the bigger bodies catnap, as part of the Smiling Critters, was introduced to Playcare. By February 20, 1991, a cross-department report details around Experiment 1188. Around 1991, a Playtime company safety video was released.
Wow, that is a lot. That's just a lot. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'm cooked. I ain't gonna get sued today. There it is. Bum, 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 banana. Banana. Bum, bum, bum. Who is Marcus Brickley? Anyways. Bum, 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 banana. Banana. Bum, 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 banana.
On March 21, 1991, Marcus Brickley talked to Leith Pierre regarding a large entity that Marcus encountered before leaving work. By March 30, 1991, via Harley's leadership, Playtime Company had created multiple experiments to aid in different parts of the factory. Experiment 1170 served as the factory's security, and Experiment 1222 served as the game station's host. And Boxy Boo served as a last resort for disposing any lower-ended employees aware about the initiative. It was also on this day that Rowan Stoll attempts to catch the attention of Leith Pierre regarding the possibility that the eyes in the Huggy Wuggy statue secretly holds nanny cameras in the eyes. Multiple tour guests.
Oh my god! Bum, 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 banana. Banana. Bum, 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 banana. Pum 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 pum. Let me do this.
In the Huggy Wuggy statue secretly holds nanny cameras in the eyes. Multiple tour guests complain that Huggy Wuggy stares at kids, and although seeming like a joke, Rowan believes that these rumors are true. Around May 28, 1991, Rowan Stoll is now seen backtracking on his previous statements. claiming he went to interview the maintenance guy and the man simply failed to lock Huggy's eyes in place, causing his eyes to dangle. Rowan tells Leith that there will be no more videos coming from him. Clearly, he found out about the Bigger Bodies initiative and was trying to cover his tracks. On July 15, 1991, Rowan claims that he is about to die. Playtime Company is aware that Rowan is onto them, and have been continuously sabotaging him by taking away his pension and writing him up constantly. There was even an attempt to murder him 4 days prior. Someone loosened the bolts holding one of the tires of Rowan's car, causing him to nearly die from a car crash on the interstate. Rowan plans on running away and trying to survive, but not before releasing all the evidence he found of Playtime Co.'s experiments in 1 week's time. Rowan plans on having the servers shut down for maintenance, so that he can upload all of his findings. Rowan claims that Playtime Company has something that eats people alive, and that he will be the next victim. He's also horrified of Leith Pierre, claiming he's someone else entirely compared to how he is normally. Rowan laments on the fact that he couldn't do more, despite his high level of access. He wonders if Playtime Company hired him since he never questioned anything. Rowan ends the tape, urging anyone who finds it to bring the evidence to the police.
So that was basically the whole timeline of chapter 2 and chapter 3, but not chapter 1. Reason why there's no chapter 1 is because that can't be loaded. Yo, it's movie boat. After this part, we're gonna do the Hour of Joy. It's gonna be.
On July 20th, 1991, Rowan Stoll uploads his memorandum to enact his plan. But he is consumed by Boxy Boo before he can upload his findings. On May 5th, 1992, Playtime Co.'s heyday. The game station was packed with kids. The children would be guided by Mommy Longlegs, waiting for the pre-recorded Stella Graber intercom to guide the kids to the next room. On June 18, 1992, Huggy Wuggy managed to escape the factory at night, with 2 workers alerting Playtime Company staff about the issue. Several staff members were sent to chase and sedate Huggy Wuggy with tranquilizer guns. But 1170 ended up killing 5 employees and causing 6 to go missing. Eventually, he was caught and sedated 4 hours later. After the incident concludes, Leith Pierre and the Innovation Department were very unhappy about the situation and blamed the incident on staff negligence. During that night, 1170 is seen looking at the camera while standing in front of a suburban house, which is presumed to be his foster home. This implies that the orphan soul inside Huggy was scared and wanted to return to a familiar location. In 1993, Boogie Bot was created and became a success with the company's customers. In 1994, an email from Pierre complains about the scent from catnaps having red smoke. On October 16, 1994, Dr. Carmen McCabe wrote a weekly checkup on Yarnaby, its conditions, and its behavior.
Wow. Just wow. Oh my god, this is right after this part, which is the Hour of Joy, we get our part where we enter the Madame Factory. Don't get killed. Like 8 million creatures.
On August 8, 1995, the prototype set up an incident known as the Hour of Joy that made all of the bigger bodies' toys hostile and murder everyone within the factory in brutal ways. During this time, Kissy Missy was being transported to the playcare as part of the bigger bodies contingency plan. But once the Hour of Joy started, she broke free and started to attack the employees as well. During that time, the player, an unnamed ex-employee, didn't show up on the day for, currently, unknown reasons. After everyone, with the exception of Leith Pierre and PW, was killed, the toys dragged the corpses of everyone down into the lower levels of the factory and ate them as sources of food. 1. Following of the Hour of Joy. The sudden disappearance of all employees led to the closure of Playtime Company. Also in the following weeks, Miss Delight and her sisters were locked within the school by the Playcare guardian. Miss Delight believed she heard something on the other side of the door breathing, leading her to create her signature weapon that she named Barb, in case anything came through. Sometime afterwards, her sisters cut her off from food, presumably due to harvesting food. As time went on, she slowly went insane and started to consider her weapon Barb as an actual person. Barb eventually taught Miss Delight that if she stops moving and stands very still, the others will assume that she is dead. She relies on this tactic to ambush the other teachers, and later on, attempts to use it on the player. Miss Delight kills her sisters off and consumes them to wear off her hunger. Sometime later, she found the door unlocked and discovered Catnap, whom she surmised was the one who locked the door. The two entered into a form of truce afterward, both relaying what they see to each other and the prototype. After the tragic incident, Leith Pierre sent in survivors to collect the toy parts in the puzzle pillars, while the prototype sent monsters, 1170, 1222, and Boxy Boo, to stop them and use their bodies to feed the starving Wudgies. Eventually, Playtime Company stopped sending in survivors, and the Bigger Bodies initiative came to a close. Eventually, they ran out of employees to eat due to no more people arriving at the facility. The monsters, now desperate and out of options, began to consume the smaller toys to survive. 2. Any spare toys or toy parts that the monsters left were grafted onto the prototype, which revived them. This method kept the malnourished experiments alive for the next decade.
Wow. So after this, like this one right now, 2005 present day, is us. Wow.
2005. Present day. The supposed employees sent a letter and a VHS tape which features a tampered version of the vintage Poppy commercial to the player, who finally decides to return to the abandoned factory to look for the company's missing staff.
And yeah, that's basically it. So, bye guys, hope you have a great day. Hola, soy Dora.